at her St. Charles Cavalier, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Uh-oh.
She calls him the missile, big missile.
He is big.
Little missile. Rules
Little
the house
Missile?
and schedule.
Who's Big Missile?
I just got it wrong. I hadn't seen this dog till today. She had a St. Charles Cavalier. That's supposed to be the most
Friendly dog.
attached, like protective and stuff like that, and like glued to the hip.
Yes. They were bred that way.
Oh, really?
By King Charles.
Oh, okay. That's what he wanted.
That's why they're the same.
Okay.
The King Charles Cavalier. Yeah, I know. It's one of those things that it sounds stupid, and then you're like, oh, it makes sense.
It makes absolute sense. It's so. Yeah. Okay, I washed my car. You don't mind. These windows are filthy with the rain. That drives me crazy. Well, as Dr. Laboy say, I'm very sensitive. I'm very picky about what I accept. I remember my boots, by the way. What I accept and not accept. So they're in the back of the room with the rocks. So I want you to pick out the rocks that you want out of that, because I figured you could do something with it from the Salazar Trail. And we can always go back and get more rocks. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that way you can make like a little rock garden or something for me. I would just grab it a couple without any real thought about it.
What I'd like to do is one of those walls we're gonna do for the barn or whatever, the meat house, whatever it turns into. I'd like to plaster them to the outside, marked for where I can get from.
No, I should have just went straight. That's okay. I could have, since we're going to New York, I could just gone straight.
No, Bernalia doesn't need to.
There's cars here coming, so I could still do it. Let's just do that. Because I've already got to make that thing for the gas, so let's just go ahead and do that instead. We don't have to make extra. And they're usually pretty comparable. So. I thought I was going to Guyana on Thursday. And so if I was going to do that, then I would have filled up. We would have been okay until we got to Espanola. Even with all the running on Thursday. But I won't even make it to Espanola. It says 96 miles from Rangers. And that's not really a 296.
Right. And the reason that King Charles Cavalier was bred to be that attached is because it was originally a hunting dog.
A what?
Hunting dog.
Oh, okay. Really? You know, as prissy as they seem to be,
Oh, they definitely are now. I'm
Yeah.
sure back in the day.
they were. So we can have FM. Maybe you see if yours.
I'll turn on music.
I was gonna say, why don't you see if yours works on there? Because yours is also attached. Just if it's your my phone or your phone or this system.
Having in trouble.
Let's go back to that song.
Let's see if I can fix it.
Good.
And were you stopped when you tried to fix it?
Yes, I was parked. I was waiting outside the DPP.
Honda Link.
Honda Link is weird.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering if they updated and now you can get in. That's why I was asking if you checked to see if.
Well, when I went to do it, I didn't go into the Play Store for that.
Good morning. I'm trying to figure out why we can't get tunes out of the radio. Okay. not play Roblox. It's not letting me log in your account though. On the link.
For a place or you can reset it if you need to.
Okay. Because I'm gonna have to.
That's fine. I'm sure I have it in there somewhere on my regular computer. Just make it something easy so I can. Of course, I just always reset it.
Yeah.
I forget. It's just easier to do that. Oh shoot! Because they reset the
Morning, Mina.
thing, the clock's wrong.
Or good afternoon. It's actually almost time for bed for you out there. How are you doing? Morning, Camilla. I'm sorry I haven't been on, Mina. It's been a weird week. Verification codes into your phone. I don't know if anybody plays Roblox here. We're going through the car wash though, because this car is filthy.
You won't be able to see it through window.
Saves me from having to do the window myself on this brisk 20-degree morning.
Those of you who've never been to a car wash.
Yeah, if you've never been, it's about to get loud. Remember me? Sign in. Okay. Let's go back to the app, hopefully. Ooh, they've updated their terms and conditions, Mom.
No way.
They've updated their terms and conditions since August 2024. No, that was the last update.
Oh,
They're just
well,
letting you know.
okay. So that makes sense why.
Not likely at all. It stops working random.
That sounds right. Hang on to it. We'll be making more curves here. Turns.
How's everybody doing this morning? I wonder if it's not on, if it's not working.
Oh, there's a little sticker there. I don't know if that thing's not working.
No, there's water coming out.
Yeah, I know. I see something. I see that part. Hello. There's somebody coming. Oh, this one might not be working.
That's what I'm saying.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
It's doing well, thank you. Just being obstinate this morning, huh?
What was that?
This has been obstinate this morning.
Let's see. It's loading. Okay, so it's telling me it last attempted on the 9th, but wasn't able to take out the payment.
I know why.
Did
Can you
get a
make?
new
I
credit
got a new
card?
card.
Gotcha.
Can I get you to update it with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is gonna end up charging us the $42.76 today, and it's gonna start trying to reactivate every month on the 14th. Now.
That's work.
Awesome. Do you need a receipt today? Awesome. How's
You-
you guys this morning?
Well, except for I keep forgetting that I have a new card.
That's always
That keeps
the worst.
happening
though.
to me. Everybody
That's-
calls me and says, your payment didn't go through. When you do auto pay, you know.
That's the worst thing ever. It's hard to keep track of because we use our card for everything. now.
Absolutely.
But
What happens when, AI takes over and then they start shutting us all down? They have
scary.
that self-awareness.
exactly. But we should be all good to go. You guys have a great rest of your day.
You as well. Thank you so much. That makes sense.
I do think that'll be a separate problem because I don't think money's going to be an issue.
Well, you know what? Yeah. The Microsoft guy was saying that in 18 months, and I believe this, 18 months we will be,
Fully automated.
white collar people will be obsolete.
Probably for a lot of people.
White collar jobs will be obsolete. Well, we've had over challenges this morning, haven't we?
Not all of them.
Well,
Not to jinx things, but hey, Pikas, how are you? Hey, boys, how are you? Going through the car wash. My mom is addicted to the car wash. Feels like it, yeah.
You can go a different
Hey,
route.
Sundar. Thank you, Sundar.
Damn, we're here.
We gotta go get gas next.
You want to check to see if this route's faster?
I can.
It's asking about. Try and take a different route. I don't know what it is. And see if it's faster. And where we go
I
through.
think I know which way it is. Let's
I'm
try and
just
take
curious.
514 to the back.
And if you want to try that route, you can. If not, we'll go back. It's not a big deal.
New route today, guys. Oh, I'm coming.
I'm not sure. Let me try another car just in case.
It's the same time.
It's just freaking out.
I didn't realize you were on, Sundar. I'm sorry. And I only have one device on the road, so I apologize. It's the same amount of time.
Okay.
I say we go for it, see what it's like. Hey Tiny, how are you?
There's money in there.
It's probably because it's not on a regular route. Because you just did one over there.
Yeah, that's never had it.
But this is not a place you usually go on a Saturday.
Okay,
You know
that's
what I
true.
mean?
$2.09 for gas.
I know, that's scary.
That's crazy. But they were $2.65 or something down the road. This is on the res. So, I gotta eat something. They have a Starbucks right here.
You want to eat Starbucks?
It's up to you. Or do you want to do something else for breakfast? Because I've got to eat.
Oh, I don't care. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I can eat their oatmeal, so
Okay,
if
let's
that's
go over
what you
there.
want to eat.
Let's do that. Let's go inside and grab something there. I just have to eat something. I don't care what I eat. Yeah, so it was just $21 and something for over 10 gallons. We're gonna go that way, so. What? Voice tab. Okay. It's telling me because you updated it.
Yeah, everything reset, so.
I mean, there's not a whole lot of other options, you know what I mean? Here.
Yeah, the only other thing would be waiting till Santa Fe, but I don't
Is this
gather you're gonna
Starbucks?
wait another 45 minutes.
Is this Starbucks? No.
No.
Okay. Hold on. I know I saw Starbucks. There it is right there. Let's go inside. I think it'll be faster.
Yeah, then waiting in that line probably.
That's a crazy line.
Hey Kirby, how are you? Thank you. Good morning. We're gonna burn some Starbucks gift cards that I've been accumulating over the years. Man, I'm just tired and hungry. I live in the U.S., Sindar.
Turkey bacon cheddar and egg white sauce. I gotta stay away from it.
Say that again?
I'm gonna have the turkey bacon cheddar and egg white sandwich. I gotta stay away from the yolks. Oh, look at here's other stuff.
Hi, how are you? might just get this.
I'm gonna have the turkey bacon.
Can't get in too much trouble with it. It has no gluten.
And then anything else you want?
No.
Do you have juice?
Do you want a juice?
Yeah, an orange juice or something.
Like this one?
Yeah, that one.
Sorry. Oh, I put on mute. We're on our way up north after we
Give mom something so she won't pass out.
mom needed food, but we're finally down to the end of the 15 Starbucks cards that we accumulated. But we're going up north. We just finally got the aquarium situation figured out, so that's done. I'm doing all right, and how are you doing? Just a second. I don't have any money in Pursuit. I don't have anything hooked up to my thing. That's in part why I'm doing this, unfortunately. Hold on just a second. The only reason we're even here is because everybody gives out Starbucks cards for holidays, and I don't like Starbucks. It's actually not bad. You want to try one? Sorry. I'm so sorry. If I could, I would. Believe me. It is 8:14 here right now. Oh yeah, happy Valentine's Day, everybody. I'm gonna go go grab some napkins.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Good morning, Casey. What's everybody doing today for Valentine's Day? Or just in general? I don't think I understand what you're saying, Sudar. $8:45 p.m. Jeez, it's almost time for bed. And you farm, so I'm sure you're tired. Is it dark out? I can't remember which side of the equator you're on, but I think it's still a little bit light out, right, where you're at? Casey, that's the best way. I have not celebrated a Valentine's Day yet. You know what? I am the least stressed out of everybody I know. That's great for me. That's beautiful. That's the way to do it. Avika, Sundar, do you guys do Valentine's Day out there? Have you guys had that forced on you guys from over here yet? Oh wow, it was recent. Somebody was telling me that like Valentine's Day is one of the like biggest breakup days too. I think it's because we have so many expectations for what is gonna happen or what's not gonna happen. So I don't know. Yes, sleep. We don't get enough sleep, especially in modern society. Thank you, Vikas. Unfortunately, they're at home. Up north, it's not safe enough for them yet to go, which is one of the things that we're working on. So we're trying to get it going so that they can go up there. At some point, I want to build a greenhouse along the outside wall where the sun is in the morning, and then that way we can make it safe enough, and they'll get their fresh air, and they'll just be a lot happier. I'm in the U.S. Southwest. And you're in India, right, Vikas? Oh, 1.5 years. Okay, yeah. You've spent it the best way you could afterwards. Yeah, I can. You put it under you, right?
Is it for Christina?
Lisa?
Lisa?
No, she saw it, but she wanted to make sure. I wasn't gonna grab anything. Yeah, you're okay. You're okay. It's Natasha. No, you're good. Okay, thank you.
Hold that right now.
I thought because they were together that they were all hers.
That makes sense.
All right, perfect. All right, I got you your napkins.
Thank you. On the road again.
Just can't wait to be on the road again.
Got this girl.
Let me show you guys how nice it is out.
I'm gonna get you pulled up.
I'm gonna go a new route today. that should be more scenic as well. Okay, there we go.
We go through that way. We go that way. We go this way. Oh shit, this takes us through Gallup. Oh, no.
No, where are you going? Follow the blue line.
No, that wasn't it.
See, look, it's the same amount of time.
I'm not saying my time, but are we going through Espanola? Look at the gas. We need gas again, remember?
I'm pretty
So
sure we
this
do.
is San
It goes through
Felipe.
Cuba, sorry.
This is the Gallina way.
And then, it does not, to answer your question, it does not go through Espanola.
And this is unpaid for 15 miles. We're not going that way.
You know what? Let's go to Gallina.
We'll do that next time. Today we're
Rude.
meeting Jay.
Rude.
Today we're meeting Jay, so.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, Jay's gonna be at the house, remember?
I didn't know we were meeting him, though. I
Well,
just figured he'd show up.
Well, I mean, I don't have a particular time or anything. My camera's got a dirty wet spot on it. I'll let you get wet reverse though. Okay.
Where's Tiny at? Is she in, is she also on the other side? All night and all morning. Bod for toy pups. Do you make your own toys for puppies or just for your own pups? That's straight. I've discovered that straight is a relative term with respect to this tripod.
We are on our way. We should be there around.
What kind of toys do you make, Tiny?
Look at the mountains, Ash. It's gorgeous.
Can't see past the sun.
I wonder if you use this, it would help.
No.
No. To protect the,
Oh yeah, for me, but not for the
I don't know
phone.
if it would for the camera.
I don't know why this is so hard to straighten out. Thank you. We have some gorgeous views here. Let's see if I can tilt this back so you can see this direction. We have some beautiful mountains out here. I just wish that I wish that you didn't have to look straight into the soul of the sun to see it. Because they're in the east, and so in the morning, when they're at their most dramatic, you're looking directly at the sun. And then so like over here is Black Mesa, part of Black Mesa. If you ever played like Half-Life or anything, all of those games were based on this area. And it goes all the way through Oklahoma. But this is where they made all those games about. And then you can actually see some of these landscapes in the games. Vikas has his hours, Charlie. He's just chilling. It's almost always something stupid like that it's an update or something. I've been through enough of those to be like, oh, that's what that star. There we go. I held it at exactly this angle. You don't see the star. We actually had a storm last night because we're going to be driving into, so you see all those clouds and stuff out there. We're going to be driving into another storm in theory. I don't know if you can tell. I'm trying to zoom in. But on the horizon, you can kind of see white on the caps of the mountains in the back. That's where we're going. It's supposed to be done before we get there, but we'll see. There was ice out over here. If we had been on the road at the time we were going to, yeah, we would have been driving in ice, so we had to wait. And I'm actually glad we ended up waiting, because I think if we had had to that last night and your systems had to be back up, we'd be in a different situation. Hey, Fahad. Do you have a lot of mountains where you're at, Vikas? And we live in a kind of interesting place because we live, it's only 10 miles around the perimeter of our city. But within that city, we have 3 different biomes. One is strict desert, where it basically never rains except for when there's overflow from the other 2. There's one where it's a steppe climate, which is when it gets moisture only 30% of the time. And then we have one that's straight up in the mountains, so it snows. And within those 10 miles. And I don't know if you can see it on this side. But those mountains back there are part of the steppe climate, and then the mountains behind it are part of the snow climate. It's like living in Minecraft. May broke the thing. Sorry. My niece came over yesterday and she broke one of my legs doing this. When I heard that, I was like, oh, okay, I see it now.
Absolutely, that's really cool. There's a lot of favorite places. They're all favorite in different ways. Horses. What's your horses?
Horsies.
That's the first time I've seen them out there.
Well, we're past our first frost. We have one more frost to go, allegedly. And up north, it's not due until April. Train. Horse. There we go. Hey, Troy, how are you? Sorry, we were offline for a second. We passed through a couple of reservations and stuff, so we don't have reception because they have designated spiritual safety zones, and one of their things is no Wi-Fi at all, so they're not allowed to have any cell phone towers, nothing. And where 2 of them overlap is back there. known last night that lightning nearly struck the house.
Yeah. I don't get the tree.
What's it like out where you're at, Try? I can't see it. No, I believe you. But because of the sun, I can't see it. So.
I don't think it's doing it on your side. Stop.
Well, that makes sense because the sun's on my side.
Exactly. But over here, we're starting to fog up. And over here.
Oh, like I said, I believe you. You'll know faster than I will because you gotta.
Well, you checked you're in the sun. And I'm driving.
Yeah. There was something that I was thinking we had to stop to get for up north, but I can't think of what it is now. It hit me at like 3 o'clock this morning when he woke me up. Hey Alexander, how are you? You're welcome, Try. Thank you for always coming. Good morning, Alexander. How are you? We're going up north. We were gonna go last night, but it turned out to be when the weather was really bad. It was supposed to not rain till this morning, which is why we're gonna originally come this morning. But then it started raining at like 4 in the afternoon, and then it didn't stop until like 1 a.m. And then it was icy this morning because of how cold it was. So we ended up not leaving until after sun. Horses. Yeah, the aquarium broke this week, so we've been trying to get that fixed up. And then my niece has been over a lot this week, so I haven't had much time or much energy. But yeah, then of course the pantsless man over there waking me up every hour and a half has not helped. Yeah, no, it's okay. I sent an email to Uncle Bob because it occurred to me that I've been watching your guys' stuff from my main channel, my other account, my main account. Because I knew if I logged in, I was gonna get lost in doing that, and I wasn't gonna get anything else done. But I let him know, so I don't know if you've run into him. I need to get everybody's emails together, that way I can email y'all when I'm gonna be off. out those 50 miles and you decided, you knew
Not
at
with
that
this
moment.
weather.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
No, but I just thinking that gas.
It is. You wouldn't have known it was going to be this good last night. I was just telling Alexander we were gonna go yesterday, and then because the weather advisory was for today, but then it started pouring rain at like 4 p.m. and it didn't let up to like 1, and then it was ice when we got up, so we had to wait to leave. It should be somewhat, well, the ice should be melted by the time we get there now, but we are still allegedly scheduled for potentially some snow, but definitely some rain. Happy Valentine's Day, guys. I keep forgetting. I don't celebrate, so I might as well
The
be.
training.
I don't celebrate most holidays.
No, you know. Those clouds.
No. It'd be cool. See ya. You can tell we're passing through the pass. No, or I should say that we're in the canyon because of the reception. And then inevitably we're always stuck behind at least one semi. I've never understood Valentine's Day. Like, I remember it being a big deal, especially to our teachers, because I don't know if it was a good day because then we could just do arts and crafts and they could just opt out for the we just sit there and get ourselves full of glue and glitter, and then they already knew the day was done. Math was counting out whatever, and then art was putting it all together. Language arts was putting a poem on it, like that kind of stuff. So they had the whole lesson plan for the day out. And then I remember in middle school, like it was, I don't know, like it was weirdly important strictly to the kids. And then in high school, I went to an alternative high school, so I don't know if that has something to do with it, but it was definitely not a celebration. And as an adult, I just never celebrated it, so. Been 10 years since I had a Valentine's date. I've never had a Valentine's date. I've never had a date. I've stayed out of it. And I'm happier for it. I ain't got the drama everybody else got. This is one of my favorite views.
Take that every time.
I know. Well, no, for Santa Fe.
Oh, yeah. Keep saying
So you get those hills in the back.
that. Yeah. The hills on.
Yeah. This is where you can tell the most. This is the basin, I would argue, you can tell the most that we were underwater. And then we have what is affectionately known as Titty Mountain right there. Wait, you okay?
Respond to this.
Do you want me to do that since you're driving?
No, I got
To be honest, I don't know if that's straight, because what straight is relative to the actual horizon is different on the phone for some reason. It's at like a 20-degree angle to look correct on the screen, from what I can tell. Yo, the candy hearts are the best. Everybody hated those, and I loved those. the suckers though. I think probably because they were sticky. It's probably a sensory thing. Like I don't want to commit to the whole sucker, and then also I ain't got nowhere to put it, so either got to throw it away and it's a waste, or I gotta get it covered in something. I don't like it. We're going up to the farm up north. The place that well, it's my mom's place technically. She got it as a gift from her father. It's old family land that used to be commercial farm. And then we were just talking about this before I started the stream, was that he couldn't really support a family on there without keeping the entire family together, which would have included his brothers. But when he enrolled, when he enlisted, because that was the way he was able to take care of his family, his brothers enlisted because they saw the money potential in it, and then because my grandfather didn't stay at the farm when he got back, his brothers didn't stay, so the whole thing just kind of, they split up the land and went their separate ways. But my grandmother was, I always remember her, I didn't marry a man in the Air Force so that I could stay in the middle of nowhere. She was very adamant about that, and I don't blame her. She was stuck at the time. It was the smaller house that it is now, right? With this Josie's room, and
Well, because
the other one sank already, right?
the other house that they had to tear down,
Yeah.
it was too low. It was bigger, but they had a big family.
But she didn't live in the other house. She lived
No,
in this house, right?
This is always her house.
Okay,
That was
yeah.
her dad's house.
So imagine, imagine the house that we're in now. I know I've done some videos of it, but it's 6 total rooms. At the time, it did not have a bathroom. It was an outhouse.
Two outhouses.
2 outhouses. You're right. We were not uncivilized.
We were not uncivilized.
It did not have a kitchen yet. It was 2 houses that got Adobe together so that they didn't have to pay the tax bill on 2 houses. And she had at the time 10 people in there. Yeah, it was all of the brothers, the 2 sisters, grandma, grandpa, great grandma, great grandpa.
That was next door.
They were in Jesse's house?
No, there was actually a house in front of that, where the front yard is. There was an Adobe house there. That's where they were. This house,
Our current front yard,
was my great uncle's house.
So there used to be
Grandpa bought.
4 houses there.
Well, there was only another house. I would argue.
Okay, so did
on
they
Benny's
live in the
side,
one?
There was a house.
Okay, and that one also sank, right?
Yeah,
They had to tear it down
basically.
because of the.
Yeah.
That was the
Well,
one that
that
we
was
found
when
out
they
we were
tore
on
it
the
down.
water table.
Yeah, and they had to tear it down because it would just disintegrate.
My family is why we know where the water table is in that county.
There you go.
We may also
Say
be
like, well, it's a
inadvertently.
bad thing.
We may also be the reason that the water is not safe to drink. It's hard to say.
We don't talk.
We don't know. The science wasn't in yet.
Yeah, science wasn't in yet.
Yeah, we're going. Well, I don't know. Do we have kilometers on there? No, we only do miles.
I probably could switch it.
No, it's okay.
You can do it on there.
We still have another 105 miles to go, so it's about another 45 kilometers. I think it's 45 kilometers. I've done the math at some point, but I don't remember.
We have
I'm not driving though. My mom is driving.
5 miles times Just convert them.
A candy holiday between Christmas and Easter. Yeah. You know, that's probably a big reason it was really popular growing up too, is because candy was not a main day staple like it is now.
Oh God.
Now
We
you
still-
can get that candy any time of year. I mean, you can literally get Russell Stovers any time of year now.
Yep. And you can actually afford it.
And you can afford it.
Well, maybe not anymore.
That's true. Well, we'll see. They're thinking chocolate's probably going to be extinct in the next 20 years. Why'd you do food?
Oh, just go back.
Oh, yards.
It's like 148 kilometers.
Oh, it goes the other way. I don't know why you always do that. There's more kilometers than miles.
Yes.
We still have 169 kilometers to go. So it's about a 4-hour trip in total. Because we always end up having to stop for something. We stop for gas and food already. 5/8 of a mile. You know, you would think I would be able to remember that. Especially for as many times as I've looked it up. I will say I enjoy, speaking of candy holidays, I enjoy the Easter candy. Out of all the holidays, other than Halloween.
The same thing. It's okay. Easter's got.
Easter has great candy.
Yeah.
I don't even care the reason they originally made it. I like their candy. I'll celebrate Easter any time of the year. Or at least that's what I'll tell people as I'm getting as I'm loading up. So what do you guys got planned for today? Do you do Valentine's Day out there, Mose? Yeah, I was telling somebody earlier, we live kind of like at the intersection of 3 biomes. The sound that we normally live in is 10 miles around, but there's a place where it regularly snows, a place where it gets moisture about 30% of the time, and then a place that's just straight desert. And every time, just going through these different towns, you can tell which one of the biomes that you have to go, or every time I have to go one of these towns, you can tell which of the biomes you pass through, because that's where the water was originally, where the river was. Of course, now we have to share that river with Colorado, and Colorado uses most of the water, so by the time it gets to us, we're dependent heavily on collecting water from the rain. We would go to town once a week usually. We would visit great grandma on the shopping days as she lived in town. She loved the company. Oh yeah. especially when you have to go into town, everything's an even bigger treat. You have to plan for not having to drive, minimum an hour to go one direction. And then of course, I'm sure your grandmother, it sounds like she lived alone. I'm sure she loved to see her family. I used to spend a lot of time with my grandmother and grandfather, and they lived across town. But it was also 30 minutes. It felt like a different town, and for the longest time I did think it was a different town growing up, because we always had to pass through all these signs and pass the highway and everything. And it was so different because they live in the desert, but it is the desert part of the town, but it was the middle of absolute nowhere for the most part. There was 2 whole gas stations that I knew about, and then 1 restaurant. No, that pizzeria. Growing up, there was that pizzeria.
Right in Parkview?
No.
Oh.
On the west side.
Oh, God, yeah.
There's 1 restaurant that we knew about.
We had 1 gas station.
No, it was 2 gas stations, because sometimes we went by the one that was by the
Right.
grocery store.
Right.
So I knew about those 2. And then 1 grocery store, which now there's only 2 within a 5-mile radius.
Yeah.
And
Used to be more than
no,
Parkview.
the only houses up there were their neighborhood,
That's it.
which was 4 blocks, because there's 1 school, 1 elementary school, 1 middle school, and then if you kept going across the way, then there was another neighborhood that also joined up for the high school. And so it just felt like a completely different town. I was shocked to find out it was all in the same city. Hey Vinay, how are you? Yeah, it's a 4-hour trip, so we're going. But my grandparents, they raised me, the first 4 years of my life. Then Grandma moved in with us, and then Grandma raised me until like the 7th grade. She went back to Grandpa's house when he got sick, and then I spent summers over there. I would go for like either a week at a time, or sometimes I'd just be over there for the entire summer until halfway through high school, and then I started working. So how have you been, Vinay? She just loved to visit. It was important to my mom to have us visit family. Great grandma lived in a tiny 4-room apartment by herself. Oh my goodness. Nobody's talking to you, Google. And that's how I know that it is constantly listening. Because they heard me say goodness, and it's thought I said Google.
Yeah, it's constantly listening.
Driving straight into that weather over there.
So how do you know you need an update on your Honda Assist?
No music. No music. And I'm sure they do that. I'm sure they do that intentionally so that you can't avoid updates.
Well, could they just send us an update reminder? That would be simpler, probably.
It'd be nice if they told you on here.
We wouldn't be guessing.
I think what it should do is have to tell you on your monitor up here that it is an update instead of doing
Update
that.
required.
instead of making you go through the headache of trying to figure out what's going
How
on.
many days did I go through that? Trying to figure it out.
Yeah. And you kind of said that you looked at the apps, I didn't think about it, and then it hit me that a lot of things just stopped working. That's the new thing is update out, nothing works.
Yeah. But normally, when I access something, it tells me update, new update, or update app, or whatever. Not just quit work. It doesn't get good reviews this app.
Well, no, because you can't use your phone without, you can't use your car without it, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, I can't use any of that stuff. Absolutely. That's how they reaction.
That is exactly why they do that.
How gorgeous that looks.
Popo out. Popo's still there.
Popo's still there, still there. Yeah, we're all speeding. They're gonna catch me, not last one.
And it's so weird to like drive through all that desert and then come out here and see all of this. Just green for miles.
He's up, John.
I don't know.
You tell the truck, tips your truck.
You can feel it in the car immediately.
I watched that little thing go down and down.
And now we're only 2 miles from where it snows on the regular.
On the regular. Used to be like that up there. This has been a bad year.
See, and I know that, I probably shouldn't say anything, but like I know people have very strong feelings about climate change, but I just look how much up north has changed in my lifetime.
Yep.
And that's so much more than it changed in your lifetime.
Yeah. Much quicker.
That's what I'm saying.
Definitely
I have
quicker.
seen in just my amount of time at least 3 times the increase that you've seen in,
Yeah.
in the time you had before it.
Absolutely. Agreed.
Because I remember the last time we went up there, it was snowing and everything else.
Yep.
And so that was only what, 30 years ago?
Yep. That's not very long in the climate
And this
world.
year it only snowed a couple of times and it only had ice for 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well,
That-
look at how much it had melted the
Yeah.
last time we were there.
Well, that's
Which
what
is
I'm
why
saying.
I wanted that rock.
But that's what I'm saying is, I know that people don't think it's a big deal, but it's a big deal. It's a lot bigger of a deal than people give it credit for.
I agree.
And even if it's just because the biomes are shifting, it is what it is. But we're definitely not in a situation where I don't think we can reverse the damage, but we can at least slow it down.
And stop where we're at.
Yeah.
Well, slow it down, like you said.
We'll
Start
never stop it.
contributing.
Yeah.
Stop filling the pile,
Yeah.
with big amounts.
Skipping more crap onto the corner isn't going to make it go away.
No different than the septic tank. So you use them.
Oh, Alexander, those small trees are shrubs, yeah. They are, they're not mulberry. It's the other one.
Birch,
No,
lilac,
the ones out there. These ones on the side of the
Pines.
road. These aren't pine trees. They're not mulberry. They're the
you're
other
talking
one that
about,
took over.
Trees? Not trees.
You know what I'm
Sage?
talking about.
Sage? I think it's called trees. Is it trees?
It's not. Oh, pinon. It's pine.
Oh.
I didn't think about it. This is where they go for the pinon. These are all miniature pine trees essentially, and one of the major economic things for this area is people going and picking pine nuts, which is highly encouraged because the amount of pine trees that are out here otherwise is just oppressive.
So good.
They grow really well out here, but then they choke each other out. and then they die off very quickly, and then it's a soil problem. So you either have to burn them, cut them, or prevent them from growing.
Or have a lightning strike wildfire.
Right. Otherwise, yeah, they're a massive wildfire risk. And out here, they really want people to do it because down this exit is one of the fancier hotel casinos where the opera house is. So they're not trying to look for any problems. And they built it in a beautiful place. I mean, because they have all that stuff overlooking. You can barely see any of the.
I don't know if they can.
You can't really see any of the. I don't remember seeing any of the buildings from there view
No.
before we went for that conference.
Oh, you're talking about Buffalo Thunder?
That one.
It's further.
Is it
it's
further
like
down?
Milwaukee. But we went to the
What's
opera
down
here.
there? We've been down there. Or is that where we ended up
The
going down
opera.
because it told us and then we ended up on the road for like
Yep.
12 miles?
Probably. But we just passed opera. We're on Opera Hill.
Yeah.
So there's the opera right there. Where Buffalo Thunder is near Milwaukee. You'll
Yeah.
see it. I'll show it to you. But
If I had known when I booked that hotel all those years ago that we were still going to have to drive all the way to Milwaukee, we wouldn't have stayed at the hotel. I mean, we saved ourselves up to half an hour every morning
it's okay.
for $300 a night at that time.
Yeah.
That
I
was
can't
wild.
imagine what it is now.
Right.
Because stayed in Santa Fe.
Yeah, we had a huge wildfire that went through here. In fact, that's why Dixon Apples left. So, about
Not here.
5 miles west of here. Dixon is west?
It's on
East?
the other side of Esplanade.
Yeah. But if you go west, right? Up towards Gallup?
That's east, right? No.
Yeah.
Towards
Is Dixon east towards the other one?
Because you go through Espanola and you go this way.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't been. Well, I only got to go to Dixon the once, and then it literally lit on fire. I am like the harbinger of death for a lot of things. I I went the year that the Washington Monument got shut down. Like, anytime I show up to something, is usually the last year anything's gonna be working. But Dixon Apples, the one and only time I went, it was this beautiful orchard. We actually had we're the creators of the champagne apple up here. And then we had a burn scar open down the middle of it. We had a massive wildfire that just burned straight through, and it caused all of the roots to come up. And then while they're in the middle of building it, they probably still could have made it. Another wildfire breaks through. And so a second scar comes up and just burns through it. And a burn scar, I don't know if you get them up there, but a burn scar is where the land just becomes completely unusable. All the topsoil is gone. It's either been washed away by any water that's been there, or the charcoal is so deep you have to take a backhoe and like turn it over. And both of those things happened at the same time over there on 2 different occasions. In the same summer. So they took their branches and they went to Wisconsin. So I don't eat champagne apples anymore because they left us. And they tried to, I was going to say some bad words. I think the worst part of it for me was, in addition to taking that out of our economy instead of trying to rebuild because our 11-year-old were like, we can't keep doing this, is the worst part of it for me was that they tried to sell public trust land to people who were not trust holders for almost $100 million, and were upset that when they paid $50 for a 99-year lease and had 40 years left on it, that they weren't going to get $100 million for land they didn't own. That they were leaving because it was unusable.
For their purposes.
Well, no, that was part of how they got out of the lease, was they were like, well, we can't do anything with it now. Look at all the problems it's having. It's going to cost X, Y, Z to get it all fixed up. So,
but
but that was part of the. That, I mean, they had a reversionary trust in the thing. Chemical rock. But that was always part of the agreement, was that if they left, it went back to the tribe. Like that was the whole.
Yeah. You couldn't sublease it or sell it. Of course, they couldn't sell it legally.
No.
What's wrong with that?
So they were like, well, we'll just sell our share of the lease, and it's like,
We should take over Greenland.
yeah, you might as well. But same thing.
No different.
Yeah, the pines are small here because it doesn't rain too much. Going back though, and then when it does get moisture, camel rock, they choke each other out when they grow. So we have to be super careful. The northern part of Lower Michigan is dry, sandy soil, lots of pines. When there's a wildfire the next year, little pine trees pop up. Yeah, our trees, on average, to get from seed to sapling is about 5 years. And the reason that we found that out is because the salt cedars that have become invasive along the Rio Grande, we stopped having pine trees grow, and we were able to watch as the salt cedars crept up the river in real time how much longer it took for the pines to reestablish. And now they're a plague unto the land. I still think, me personally, I don't know what the science is behind it, but one of the major drugs that they use for cancer comes from cedars. I still think, given how fast and how invasive salt cedars are, somebody should look into whether or not the same chemical compounds exist in salt cedars. Because instead of having a cedar farm that only produces drugs every 15 years, yeah, they could have that stuff every 5.
Yeah.
I mean, those full trees grow in 5 years. Yeah. I was thinking the Opera House as well.
We don't need to stop for this. Just imagine.
Yeah. Our white pines get over 100 feet tall. Holy moly.
Do we want to stop at the grocery store?
We probably should.
You gotta make it quick though. It's an in and out thing.
Oh, we just need lunch meat. Unless you
Well, they
want
would just do that at the.
you want to just wait.
We could do it at the dollar.
Okay.
Whatever it's called.
No, we do not have ponderosa pines here. Well, we kind of used to because we're at the end of the Rocky Mountains. But you can see where they, you can see what's left of them as those wooden posts that the lights are on now, and the lights and the wires are on. Those are what's left. And then now because we built those to that size, we now have to truck those in every time we have to replace them. And I think they've been working on lowering them over the years. Just like every time they have to replace them, I think they go down a couple of feet. So that way the next time we have to replace them, we can go down and down. Because one of the things that they didn't think about was the horrendous amount of wind we get here. It'll be, 10 or 15 miles at like person height, and then go up 20 feet and it'll be like 75 miles an hour. So the big joke is that in New Mexico the wind comes and the power goes out. And I think it's only been maybe the last 5 or 6 years, because it even happened during the pandemic, that the wind came and then the power left. Which, when you're already living through something like the pandemonium, it feels very different. You feel cut off from the rest of the world, 100%. you never know what's going on anyway, and then you have no access to the outside world. Because it's not just that the power goes out at your house or that the internet goes out at your house. It covers at any given time 30% of the city. And that includes the cell phone towers. So if your cell phone tower is gone, and we don't have a lot of cell phone towers in our city, you know, but so it's very likely it's going to be subject to those power outages. They only have so much redundancy built in. You know, you get about 15 minutes to say your goodbyes is what it feels like. And just down to emergency. I hope that this gets a signal in case I have to call the police. Camel, rock, rock. But again, I go back to that policy change was intentional to choke places like this out. Increase the size of these food deserts. Okay, we're gonna go in, do a break real quick, and be back. Okay, there we go. He's broke one of the legs. It's sent this whole thing into catastrophic failure. Oh, I turned off the sound while I was fixing it because all you hear is squeak, squeak, pound, pound, pound. Oh, yeah, no, because I came in through the passenger side. If I lose you, I apologize, because we're getting ready to hit another dead zone. Oh, you planted a pine tree? Oh my goodness, how fast do they grow out there? You said you get new trees the next year. Like, they take about, these ones that are on the side of the road, these are about 50 years old. Christmas tree farms up here, on average, can't start, a 6-footer takes it 15 to 20 years to grow. There actually is a Christmas tree farm up by where we're at now. I still want to go back and scale that one tree from Salazar Canyon.
And bring your shovel.
We got a shovel. We just need the pot to put it in.
We left it at the house.
I'm sure we can find one. We're at a Family Dollar. We'll get one of those half buckets. I took the trash can in the seat, right? Before we left. It's not going to be out, right?
Yeah, it was.
I'm trying to teach the local wildlife that we're there when the white trash can is out, so that way they know. The birds have figured it out. Barry, not so much.
Barry's yellow.
He's orange. Leave him alone.
Leave him alone. What are you doing?
Oh, wow. So Alexander and his son planted a pine tree in his backyard 18 years ago.
Where?
Out in Michigan.
Okay.
He said it's a good size now. I can only imagine how much faster and better it grows out there.
Do they have more water?
Oh,
Is that-
yeah. Oh, God, yeah. And you guys still have snow, right, Alex? You and,
Oh, yeah.
there's snow and ice, right?
Yeah.
He was the one I was showing you where it was
Yes. You were telling me about it when we were talking about Karen and him.
Yeah.
That last time we drove up.
He lives, I think, about 50 miles from here.
I'm not exactly sure where they live. They don't live in anything. They built a house out in the middle.
No, but the town that she told me, I want to say is about 50 miles from where he's at.
Okay. How long ago did she tell you that?
Well, you told me that.
Okay, because she's moved.
Oh,
She used to be up near the UP.
right.
She's not that far up anymore.
Is she in Muscogee now?
I don't know where exactly she's at. I have her address.
I didn't realize she moved. I know
They
she was
built
trying to
their
get.
own house. Gorgeous.
I know they were trying to get rid of that tenant tenant bro from the Pandemonium where he just moved in and stopped paying.
They got rid of that place. They sold everything. And they moved and built their own place.
Good
What
for
I've
her.
seen of it is fabulous. Oh my God. But she knows how. She knows how to do the plans and then.
I know how to plan. I just don't always have the
No,
ability to
but
execute
she
it.
wants it to look like.
Yeah.
It looks like a castle up there. It's not. It's just where the park is. I don't think I've ever noticed that before.
I always forget to.
That is so cool looking.
Okay, it's about to come up.
You gotta make the picture small.
Yeah.
Zoom in.
Oh, it will only look at the stupid mirror. It will only. It's because it's focusing on the mirror.
Not like us where we can change it. What we look at.
Yeah, the program for this doesn't allow you to do a lot.
That's unfortunate.
It focuses on what it wants to focus on.
Since I'm the boss.
It has the perspective it wants.
Is it a little missile? That's a dog, remember?
A white pine can grow 2 feet in a good year. Jeebus.
What kind of pine does he have?
He has ponderosa. He has all kinds of pines.
Okay. He must have a big backyard. Acreage.
He's got about the size that we do.
Okay. That's a lot.
Yeah, but he doesn't have anything on the land right now. He uses it for compost. He's the landscaper, which
Oh, there you
by
go.
the time he gets there, that land is going to be beautifully composted.
God.
Everything will grow. I mean, they already got the moisture though.
What's he doing for the supplement to make the compost?
He just goes over there and tosses it, lets it break down, toss it in the dirt.
Yeah, but how much can one family produce?
No, he's a landscaper.
So he brings all that stuff. with
Yeah.
him. Okay.
So he's got everything. I mean,
Okay.
that's going to be the most organic soil.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
He plans to
Could do that.
eventually go out there and do all that, and then
He must be young.
I think he's 10 years older than I am.
Okay.
He's somewhere between you and I.
Look at your son. That great.
He says hi.
Hi.
I know lots of towns in Michigan. Well, I thought she was up in UP at one point.
Marquette. She lived in Marquette.
Marquette, yeah, and then
Or near Marquette, something like
yeah, in the hollers of Marquette.
that. Hollers.
Well, that's what she called it.
That sounds like Karen.
Yeah,
I think she's
Mama
in Tennessee.
Toledo has a funny.
be.
I know. We never get it.
I never think of it.
Well, the only time that I'd ever be able to catch that is in passengers if we were on the road right now. Ooh, I wonder if that guy's gonna be on the side of the road with my fence posts. You know the deal. We stop by if we pass
I've
him.
seen it. You know, if he hasn't sold it yet, that tells you everything.
Well, yeah, he's either
They look
asking.
like the exact same logs. I would
Yeah.
argue.
I want to know how much he's trying to sell them for. I just want to
You
know
You can wait and stop and ask.
because if it's
If they're not buying it here, we're not buying it. Because it would cost to have him transport it out there.
we could throw that. Well, not today. We couldn't throw it in the back, but we could throw it in the back.
No.
Yeah.
This is not a truck, Ashley. I'm not putting that stuff in here.
We've had worse.
It's only 2 years old. It's still a baby. I've already abused it.
Maybe he wants to play.
It says, challenge accepted.
Happy Valentine's, GPC. Are you guys celebrating out there? Bring lots of leaves in the fall, remove the leaves from yards in the fall, and unload into my compost. That's what I was telling her. Like your soil is gonna be amazing.
Oh my God, I'm excited for it.
And I'm kind of debating on asking on asking David to come and dump some of that stuff on the side where I'm trying to build it up.
Oh, our
Where I want-
cuttings and stuff?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just
I
give
don't
him.
think he's picking it up though. I think he's just letting it lay there.
Okay. No. But if he has other places where he is taking it, have him just bring it and dump it on that side.
Now, you can't do anything in that leach field from what I've read. I don't know how far the leach field goes out, but we have to figure that out, and then you'll know what area you can use.
Well, yeah, not above the septic tank, but
No, below it. You can, that's what the leach field is, below the septic tank.
why not?
Because it'll clog it all up. Roots and things like that can really mess it up.
I just want to build up the soil.
Well, I don't know.
I want to turn that into a compost area so that we're constantly moving it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, we just have to figure out. I'm just saying.
Then,
we
but
wanna
nothing.
find it.
That way, nothing will grow there. It'll just be a soil bin, essentially.
Yeah, but I don't know how that will work.
So, I need to show you. You need to sit down and actually want to see the video. Basically, what I want to do is build a 3-stage composter, and it's
Okay.
basically just making your own soil.
Well, we got plenty of land over there. I'm just saying that
Yeah, no,
we
but
want to
the-
be careful.
But for
Find
me,
out.
that would be the best place to put it because one, it's next to the house. I can just throw crap onto it real easily. Two, I don't have to build a place over there that I'm gonna have to watch somebody else take it.
No, I'm saying you can use that. I just say we might have to go so many feet to the bottom of it. That's
Oh yeah,
all.
it's not gonna be that big. It's not gonna be that whole thing.
Right.
But that's just where I want to build that stuff, and I might put a like flower garden for like the pollinators.
Ready? Oh, look, these guys are 208.
Dang, you paid $209. What a sucker.
We wouldn't have lasted.
That guy's still going. But basically, you just have it in one bin. You let it mold and do whatever it's gonna do, and then you flip it into the next bin so that it gets re-aerated, and then it molds and does whatever it's gonna do. Flip it into the next bin,
Yes.
and then you just
Yeah.
mix it in all that stuff, and then by the time you pull it out of there, it's soil.
Are you going to do a bin or are you going to just try to build
Well,
your own
it's
thing?
been basically what it is. It's plywood.
Okay.
Take a sheet of plywood. That's how deep it is. Plywood, plywood, plywood. It's just taking pieces of plywood and sticking them together, and then you coat the inner walls to make sure that they're waterproof, because otherwise they
Right.
become part of the soil.
Right.
Which I thought was funny that the guy who made it was like, "I'm gonna let you know now," and it's like, did you not think of that? Like, but
Look at giants. I've never seen it that busy.
I know, right?
Look how much they are, 223.
But so it's just plywood so it's basically 3 plywoods long, 1 plywood deep, and then you put doors. You put swinging plywood on the front of them, and then, like I said, you waterproof it so it doesn't break down, and then you just that way you can open it, flip it, open it, move it, and everything else like that.
So you're going to have a way to do it so you don't have to physically do it?
No.
I mean, like, have something you can flip it.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping maybe to borrow Tom's little thingy. Of course, we're not looking at me having to do, like, we're not a plywood deep, or plywood high. There's no way I'd ever find the amount of that stuff. Well, I probably could get that this year, but moving forward, it would be probably pretty hard. Hey Luke, this is the middle of nowhere. This is Espanola, New Mexico.
There's a Rio Grande.
Rio Grande River.
Rio Grande.
And we're kind of in a dead spot, so I apologize if they're for the interruptions. The further out we get, the fewer cell phone towers. And I have T-Mobile, so if I ever can afford Verizon, I'll move to Verizon. But it's more likely I'm going to end up with Starlink either way, because where we're going, there is no internet.
Supposedly, we have 5G phone up there, though.
Where?
Supposedly.
Yeah.
I like.
No.
I know. I agree. Supposedly. That's why I use the word
No,
supposedly.
no, but it's like, well, like when I had Mint over here, it was supposedly had 5G, and you were always having problems hearing me on the phone.
Agreed. Because I looked up specifically Los Ojos.
Yeah.
We got the high signal there.
Yeah, we still have about another hour and a half to go, Luke. So this is the most industrial we'll see until we come back on Monday. loader tractor. I know. One of my neighbors, Tom, allegedly, he offered. So I say allegedly because he offered. There he is.
No.
Why are you
he's
always
usually
on the other side?
He's on this side.
I know. Why is he always on the other side of where we're trying to go?
No, but I think he's going to be on this side.
That's not him.
I don't think so.
But I have a neighbor, Tom, who offered to lend me some of his equipment, or to come do it for me, and I'm definitely gonna try to take him up on that offer. I can cook meals. I can make sure he eats, if nothing else. His wife's been dead for what, 20 years or something like that. He told me, but I don't remember. I had a 10-minute conversation with the guy, and I know his whole life because his whole life's that town. There he is.
No, stop now.
I just want to know
This
how
is
much
the
he's.
time.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
want to know how much he's selling it for.
That's why I was asking, do you want to stop now?
Let's do it.
Because on the way back, I'm not going to stop. You know me.
Yeah.
Is it
Well,
the same guy?
Yeah, it's got to be him. Those are.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
He's always here.
I knew it was a light truck. Does that count?
Fair. It's the same. It's the same.
It's the
Force.
same logs.
Exactly. Right.
Which makes me wonder. Okay. Okay, so posts $15 each, 6-foot Lithias $4 each, and 8-foot Lithias are $6 each.
So that has to be those long ones.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's not bad.
It's snowing up there.
I told you. I read the
It
weather
is
report.
snowing.
It's the only weather report I read is up there.
Jane
Because,
told us to be careful.
you tell Jay.
I'll be able to come in because of that's my guess. I didn't ask.
What?
Yeah. if he's
Oh,
gonna be
he
able
can't
to
use the
come.
hoe backhoe.
Well, it depends
He's
on how bad
borrowing
it is.
Russell's?
Yeah, which is on his property. not
Right.
Jay's property. Jay's been borrowing it for some, I'm sure.
Well, for his plants.
Yeah.
I like how he gave me the side eye, like I was gonna be the one to turn him in. Like,
Well, you're the attorney.
I know, but
That's why.
I'm not gonna be the one to be like, hey, you're offering me all kind of help. Let's get you arrested.
Yeah, let's get you arrested so you can't help me. He's really stepped up. I'm shocked. I'm impressed and I'm happy.
I think it's because the role he has lived.
He's excited to have you come up there.
Yeah. He's a weird dude, but not
He's
a bad
bachelor,
dude. Yeah.
living up here.
He'll teach me how to live the bachelor lifestyle.
No doubt.
Let's be honest, I like me some bachelor lifestyle anyway. He has bachelor chow every day.
I mean, the reality is you get to do anything you want when you want.
Yeah.
You don't have to consult anybody.
Right.
So there wasn't anybody there to ask.
No, just a sign. Talk about the honor system.
Now you know why. No, it's not selling. That's a lot of money. We can go out and cut our own.
For one of those is not a lot of money, Mom. $4 for 6 feet?
For those little ones like that, I thought you said they were $8.
They're
Or
$4
15.
$4 for the 6-footers, $6 for the 8-footers, and then $15 for the posts, the long
Oh,
ones.
no, you're right. That is a fat price.
That's cheap.
Yeah,
we
that's
couldn't.
not
We
bad.
wouldn't be able to go out and find
No,
for that.
and then you'd have to go out to do it.
Tractor. Oh, my son is going to college at Marquette, NMU. He likes his college. Oh, cool. I don't know how far Mama Toledo moved from. I didn't even know she moved. So, because last time I talked to her, she was having problems with those tenants. So,
And actually, it was a neighbor, wasn't even a tenant, because she had remember the Oso Airbnb kind of thing?
yeah. He had moved in and then had refused to move out.
Probably.
Well, she did an Airbnb thing, and then he
makes
got his
sense.
rights. And he was one of those ones that I was telling you. I
watched
don't
that
know if you
Netflix
remember.
story.
Huh?
You probably watched that Netflix story, that guy that moves in and
No, that's
you can't
common.
kick him out.
He got them soft sits who do that crap. But he was actually, I think she and Richard and the guy were all on an episode because the judge that handled all of those cases got famous during the pandemonium for handling cases like those. Because everything went online, right? They were using Google Meets and Zoom, but in order to make sure that the public could still access them, they put them on the court's YouTube channel. And people would watch this guy, and he would just be like, you know that deep southern rage of just absolute stillness? That was this guy. Obviously they're Michigan, but like you could tell when enough was enough, because he would just stone silent, stone still, and then he would just say something in that very paternal way, and you knew it was over.
It was
But he made a lot of common sense decisions. Even if it was a little bit outside the guidelines or anything, he recognized what was going on. He would recognize when people are just trying to take advantage, and he was smart enough to keep up with what was going on in the news and everything, so that he knew what questions to ask about what people were doing with their steamy checks. Because people were, claiming, oh, I don't have any money, this, that, and the other thing, or, where do you want me to go, where do you want me to live, and he made sure all those resources and everything were available, and he'd kick them out, because you had all these people that were going in, racking up these bills and not paying. And that's part of the reason Airbnb is in the situation they're in, is because you have a bunch of people who went and contested charges and everything else like that, and of course, that takes a year to fix, depending on the amount. That can take a year to fix with credit cards and everything else like that, and all that gets held in abatement. They don't get paid out until that conflict is done.
Wow.
And then, and that's only if the
Judgment goes towards them.
well, not even the judgment. If it's ruled in their favor, it's ruled against the purchaser, right? Yeah. And then judgments, you have some of these people that, racked up $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 in 6 months because they're paying increased rent because they're going through Airbnb. If they would get ordered to pay it, you can't split from a turnip, and they would make sure that they were turnips. So North Marquette University. It took me a second. North Marquette University. It's got to be. I was trying to figure out what NMU was. What's your son studying, Alex? Start hitting some patchy zones.
cows.
Okay. So I'm gonna apologize in advance for interruptions. I'm gonna write it in here for as we go through the canyons. Reception for a computer science. Oh man, I am not smart enough to do computer science.
Make your money while you're young and then find something else to do.
Well, you really only can make money because as people are finding out, all those tech jobs, you'll work forever, you'll never be replaceable. Guess what? There's somebody who's willing to do it for cheaper behind you.
Yep. That's what Mary keeps telling Will. But apparently Will made enough money and socked it and probably invested it correctly. He wouldn't have to, he doesn't have to work anymore if he doesn't want to.
Well, I'll see about that, but
Yeah, well, you know what I'm saying? Let's say when he did it, that was true.
well, I'm talking about just what's going on with stocks and everything else. Yeah.
Doing some fish.
With all the stuff that's going on, I know that the Dow hit a record high, but you know when
Yeah,
inflation is, that's a meaningless number.
Doesn't help. It only helps the people who have the stocks that are making that raise up.
Have enough stocks.
Yeah.
For most
I'm
people,
talking about the
yeah.
ultra rich, the ones that are making
Yeah,
it
that's what I'm
grow.
saying. Most people don't even own a full share of Intel or a full share of Microsoft.
Exactly.
They own partial shares.
Yeah.
So I always think it's funny when people are like, "Hey, it's up." It's like, okay, because I know you don't have the 50 grand for one share.
Right.
I know.
I got invested in that company in Carmella. You know what I mean? I was telling you about
Which one?
the one that she's got invested in for that she can do that machine for. It's kind of it's microcurrent. I don't know if I told you about it. Okay. We had this conversation when I was on my way to Brandon's house.
Yeah, tag me, Alex. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, that she's the best way to do it is show.
We're getting ready to hit a dead spot.
Well, yeah. Look up Carmella Tahoe. This guy must be getting ready to turn on.
Vagus nerve stimulation.
Yes.
Yes, born and raised.
It's her birthday, Karen's birthday.
How dare
February
you.
4th is her birthday.
How
I
dare
don't know
you.
why I remember hers, but I do. Would you send her a happy birthday message? Okay. And then find out where she lives. Oh, OMG, I forgot your birthday. Happy birthday, Karen. Or Big Sis, I was calling Big Sis.
Richard's still alive, right?
Huh?
Richard is still alive?
Yeah.
I asked, did you and Richard do anything fun?
Her idea of fun is just getting into town and getting the hell back. They were near Marquette. It wasn't actually Marquette. It was,
Well, it was the
Yeah,
closest
close
town.
enough, yeah. it was like a small resorty kind of area, but not
Yeah.
really.
Well, which is why they ended up where they ended up.
Yeah, with having all the problems. Oh man, she had problems with the sheriff there and everything.
Yeah. I remember all that.
They needed to move for their safety and sanity in that order.
Yeah.
Karen's a lot like you. Trouble seems to find you guys. You don't have to look for it, it'll find you.
Argue is the odds.
And if something's gonna go bad, that's why you call her Mama Toledo.
We just need things to be
And that's her.
the same.
But she too is on the spectrum, so there's
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. As I get older, I find myself
Welcome back.
more where I need that continuity and stuff like that. I would argue when I was younger, I didn't care. Of course, I didn't do much. So if you're always got control like that,
Yep.
then guess what? You're not ever challenged. You're never challenged. You never have to get out of your comfort zone. So,
But a big reason why people, like, it's funny because I always, it always amazes me that when you find out when all these artists and stuff that are famous and things, that they have autism and everything else like that. And they're like, wow, but they look so young. And I was like, yeah, but most of the time you're finding out about these people because they found a way to make money off of doing what they love. So they weren't challenged in the same way other people were, in the sense
Right.
that they were having to do all of this other stuff. So they don't age, and then they spend all their days indoors for the most part.
right. Because they don't pick landscaping jobs.
Right. Well, I mean,
They're the artists.
Yeah,
They're
they're-
the musicians.
right, but and I'm sure that they are out there. That's
Oh, God, yeah.
It's just we don't get to see them on TV.
Right.
I just think
Well-
it's an overrepresentation thing that.
Well, those are the guys that
Those-
live on the ranches that don't come out.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Because
You don't meet
the
them because
recluses.
they're famous ranchers. You meet them because
They have to come in to get some feed. for
Right.
the stock.
especially in this valley. I always think it's funny when Moo cow.
Moo cows and horse cows. They were at the either feed or water trough, the horses. Should have some over on this side again. Maybe not. Maybe. There's usually some out here. There they are. There they are, Ashley.
Horses. Horse cow.
Horse cow. Somebody's gonna go mountain biking up here.
Oh man, I bet Lake Superior is. Well, first of all, it's gonna be huge compared to any lake that we have here. Probably all of our lakes would fit into one lake up in Michigan.
Well, you think about those lakes when they put steamers on them and they transport stuff like I think of as ocean liners.
Right.
And I'm like, that's like there was a guy I worked with. He used to get all the magazines from up there because they were from there. And when I say magazines, they were hardbound.
Right.
But it talked about the different lakes and the boats, stuff like that were up there. And it's like that boggles my mind that they call them lakes.
Because they feel like oceans compared to what we have.
Yeah.
Or we can see the other side of the lake everywhere we're at.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. There's not a lake here that I've ever not been able to see the other side. It might be small, but I can still see it.
Right.
And over there, you could be on there for days, steaming
And not
across
see
the
each
boat.
other.
Yeah. Much less land. Going from one port to the next. I thought that was-
Apparently, that's one of the problems they're having with Canada right now. And he's actually near that place. He's right next to the Canadian border.
Okay.
But one of the issues that Border Patrol is having with Canada right now is that the new Border Patrol people don't know where the Canadian border is. So they arrested one guy for being not on this side of the border, but thinking he was over the line.
And he was actually in Canada.
He was
They were
well
over the
within,
line.
yeah.
They were over the line.
And they went over the line.
They should go to jail.
Well, you know my feelings on that.
Canada doesn't want to put them back.
But
We need to make posting doing North and South Korea.
Yes.
So we know exactly where the line is.
yes, apparently. But yeah, they detained him for like 30 days.
I'm really glad we didn't go that way now. It's snowing.
Yeah. I don't know if we would have hit the snow though. Maybe in that 15 miles, those last 15 miles in Guyana.
We'll see
By the,
when we
by
go
the
by
reservoir, because
Abiquiu.
that's by the reservoir, right?
The Guyana?
Yeah. That's when we went to the Abiquiu Reservoir.
Well, that's the road to go to Guyana. But
Yeah,
I don't know
but
how
that's
far
over
it
by
is.
that, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because I think it showed that we had to go back through Abiquiu to get there. No, because we didn't pass through.
If we go to Guyana?
No, we were gonna pass. We did have to come back to. We didn't come back around from the side. We came from
No.
the
Right.
Abiquiu side.
Right. We were coming back from Harvey, so.
Well, no. I'm talking about the new route. The new route went through Abiquiu, but not through Espanola.
Oh, the other one?
Yeah.
No, it didn't even come anywhere near here.
Yeah, it did.
We'll look it up, and it didn't
Because
come
it went.
anywhere.
Because it was Guyana, and it went by the reservoir.
It's going to be the Abiquiu Lake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but I'm thinking Abiquiu here. This is Abiquiu.
No. The one over here.
But see, I'm thinking this is Abiquiu. That's just
The other Abiquiu.
yeah. That's
The first Abiquiu that they show on the map. That's not
reservoir and
before it gets turned into something else.
But this is Abiquiu here.
Right.
All right, I gotta get around you guys. You're going too slow. This is a holiday weekend, so. Guyana, I guess their water tank went out or something. They were out for about a week and a half from school.
I believe it.
Waiting for that to get repaired. this truck, the tanker in front.
And nobody will pass it.
Nobody will pass it.
It's because there's just enough people coming this way.